Imagine it's the middle of the night and you get that urge that you need to go to the bathroom. We've all been there before, and you lay in bed and you sit there and you fight with yourself on whether or not to get up and go or just try and make it until morning. Finally you give in and you decide to get up, go to the bathroom. You walk like a zombie, you have one eye barely open, you can't keep your balance, and you're walking down the hall. On your way back, all you can think about is getting into your nice, cozy, warm bed. You open your bedroom door and bam, you hit your toe on your little nightstand. All of a sudden, you've just encountered one of the worst pains that you've ever felt in your entire life. You throw yourself onto the bed, you start yelling out profanities left and right. Have you ever stopped and wondered why you yell in response to pain? Today, I'm going to tell you what makes a curse word, the hormonal response that happens in your brain when you come in contact with pain, and how swearing is going to affect the pain that you feel. To start off, what makes a curse word a curse word? Steven Pinker's book, The Stuff of Thought, says that it's just about semantics. Semantics is about the relationship between words and reality, the way that a speaker commits themselves to a shared common understanding of the truth, and the way their thoughts are anchored to things and situations in the real world. Anyone can come up with a new word, but it has to have the same common meaning between different people to be able to use them back and forth. What gives these words their meaning is that they're saturated with emotions and feelings. You can come up with any word, you can make any word mean anything, as long as the situation's right, the context is right, and the verbal communication is there. Timothy Jay at Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts says that it's a way to express your feelings, such as joy, happiness, and sadness, in a way that's kind of like using your car horn. It's kind of there, you use in response, and sometimes you don't even think about it, it just kind of happens. Now that you know how the words get their meaning, let's talk about what happens chemically in the brain. There are many hormonal changes that are going to happen when you come into contact with pain. Dr. Garesh Kanji, in his article, The Flight or Fight Response in Chronic Pain, talks about the use of adrenaline, which is going to be the main hormone that is used in this response. Now, here's a video.
Seems like a byproduct of modern life, but the feelings which cause it are as old as humanity itself. An important part of our evolutionary heritage is the physiological capacity to respond instantly to a threat, or anything we perceive as a threat. We've come a long way, but the fight or flight response is still there. Today, we call it stress. This innate reaction automatically prepares us for direct and decisive action. Unfortunately, our body responds the same way, even when direct physical reaction is no longer appropriate.
Okay, as you can see here, it's something that's kind of innate in our bodies. It's something that used to be used in the hunter-gatherers back in the day and that has kept us alive for millions of years. It's mostly used in short-term stress response reactions, such as if you're encountered with something fearful or painful. This is used by adrenaline, attaches to adrenaline receptors in your body. These are the same receptors that are going to be used in headache and cold medicines as well. Neil F. Neimark has an article called The Flight or Fight Response, and it talks about how when cells start firing, they release adrenaline as well as noradrenaline and cortisol in your body. These are the same things that are used in morphine and oxycodone in the hospitals. What's going to happen when these chemicals are released into your body is that your respiratory rates are going to start to increase. Your heart's going to start beating faster, you're going to start breathing a lot faster, as well as your pupils are going to dilate, and this is going to allow more light to be reflected off of surfaces. You're going to be able to have a more alert imaging, hearing, faster response times, quicker movements, things of that nature. Now that you know that the response that happens in the body, there was a research done by Richard Stevens at Keele University that took 71 students. They put their hand in a bowl of ice cold water and were allowed to either curse or not curse and see who could last the longest. He took two different groups, same control, hand in the ice water. One of these groups was allowed to say a curse word of their choice, while the other one had to use a control word. And then they switched and did the same thing. 73% of the students were able to keep their hand in the ice cold water for longer when they were allowed to swear. They were allowed to keep their hand in the water for about 31 seconds longer than those people that had to use the control word instead. When you swear, there are endogenous opioids that are released into your body. Similar opioids such as drugs that you would find that people get addicted to. They say that swearing is common with the addicted drugs, that the more they do it, it's harder to stop. You get that feeling because those drugs are released into your brain that make you want to swear more and more and more. As a response to this, though, it doesn't help with your response to pain anymore. The people that swear more often actually are more sensitive to acute as well as chronic pain, rather than those who swear infrequently. They actually have a higher pain tolerance than those that swear more often. Okay, so now that you know what makes a curse word, what the stages are hormonally in your body, as well as how swearing and pain correspond, next time when you stub your toe, hit your funny bone, jam your finger, things like that, when you start yelling out all these curse words, you'll understand why you do it in response.